Hey, friend, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are
Hola,
you?
hola, ¿cómo está?
Yo estoy muy bien, Tarita. ¿Cómo estás hoy?
Más o menos,
Más o
más o menos,
menos.
más o
Bueno,
menos,
te
más o
ves muy
menos.
bonita. Me gustan los
Uh,
aretes tuyos, también bonita.
gracias, gracias, my friend.
De nada, amiga.
Friends, thank you for joining us. Welcome to Women of a Particular Age podcast. I am Tara Jolly, and here's my friend.
Heather, hello and welcome.
Okay, Heather, first, before we get started, girl, them earrings. Girl, who you supposed to be? I'm a feather girl.
That's
I'm
right,
a
I
feather
am.
girl. I'm a feather
Mhm.
girl. I
Yeah, it
like
takes me
them.
back. I used to love to wear my feather
Ooh.
earrings
And girl, let me tell you.
with my hip huggers. Yeah.
And girl, listen, when you put them earrings on, you know what you remind me of?
Right.
Tina Marie. Tina Marie and Mr. Rick
Yes.
James.
Yes.
Tina Marie and Rick James. Let me stop playing.
All
Y'all,
right.
y'all listen, thank you so much. I hope you guys had a wonderful week. I know this was a week, you know,
Mhm.
I'm going to be honest with you. Me and Heather have talked about it. We're not going to talk
Yes.
about it on here, but we
Mm-mm.
are going to tell you because we are black and brown. And Heather, you know,
Mhm.
she's a little lighter than that, y'all.
Okay.
So, what we're going to say is we just want you to know that we understand that there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of unrest going on. But I just want you guys to understand sometimes bad things happen for a specific reason. And I do feel, even though this is to me a terrible time, it's a terrible time.
Mhm.
I do feel that we are going to join together as people. Okay. I do
Yeah.
feel that it's going to happen. Heather, what do you think about that? What do you think, friend?
I believe so. I mean, I'm a person of faith and hope, and I'm hoping that like you said, sometimes poopy has to hit the fan. Things have to be addressed
Right.
in order things to move forward and get better.
Right.
Because I think there's a lot of things that have not been addressed for a very long time,
Right.
haven't been dealt with.
Right.
And what happens, it's like a snowball effect, you
Right.
know. And
Right.
so it was probably just a matter of time till these issues, kind of erupted.
Right.
So,
I
you
think
know,
so.
I'm like I said, faith, hope, prayers, and hopefully we will get to where we need to. And at the end of the day, as a people, we need to cultivate kindness to everyone, with
Right.
everybody.
Right. And one of the reasons why, just for anybody who knows, one of the reasons why I wanted to do this podcast with Heather, not just because we're friends, it's because we're both ethnic people.
Yes.
Okay. I
Mhm.
just wanted to show range that, yes, we are different nationalities, but guess what? We got flavor. We love
Yes,
each other.
we do.
We don't care about all that stuff. We
Yeah, we
love each
don't.
other. We talk about all kinds of issues, whether we agree or not, but we talk about a
Mhm.
lot of them. Okay. All
Yes.
right. So let's get going because we don't want to take too much time because it's 4 minutes. We already in
Yes.
4 minutes. We want to get going. So, folks, we thank you for going on this ride with us. Okay. Now, one of the first, and hold on, the tagline: we discuss women's views, life lessons, and a little bit of sugar honey iced tea. And
Mhm.
before we get started, Heather, what do we
Yes.
always do? Cheers to the
Cheers,
sexy,
my friend.
sexy feather earrings.
That's right. Mhm.
Girl, I'm too old to be choking. Don't be playing with me like that. All right. So, y'all, please like, share, and subscribe. www.jollystudios.com. Look, I can't even remember. Jollystudios at gmail.com. And please reach out to my friend Heather, Miss Heather Mola.
Please.
Heather is on Facebook. She's on TikTok. She's on Instagram. And she's on YouTube with me, child. So if you want
Yeah.
to talk, listen, ask a Mola. I keep telling you, we're going to do that segment, Ask a Mola. It's going to happen. We don't know how it's going to happen, but it's going to end up happening. Okay.
Yes.
So now, for the
Hmm.
50 and older, we have a topic for you today. And guess what that topic is? Challenges of
Drum
getting
roll.
old. Ooh, getting
Yes.
old. Challenges of getting old. The challenges of getting old.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry, I don't know what that means. I'm not trying to offend
Yeah.
nobody. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm just that just me being the
Just,
challenges of
I
getting
know
old.
you're just being humorous.
I'm just being
Make me
humorous.
laugh.
All right. So me and Heather had a long talk about this, and we wanted to go and talk with you guys really quickly about the pros and cons of getting old. Now, let's talk about the pros. Now, one of
Mhm.
the pros is wisdom and experience. Now, Heather, go ahead. You touch a little bit of that, and then I'm gonna slide in, child.
Yeah. So really, wisdom, and to me, wisdom is the pride of aging. I
Girl,
mean,
don't you play.
yeah. I mean, all these life lessons since we were
Right,
small, all the way up to now,
right,
being a woman of a particular age. I mean,
right.
wow,
Hmm.
what a journey. I mean, like you've had your journey, I've had mine, so
Oh man,
different, but
listen.
we've learned very similar lessons, even though, we didn't know each other back then and our backgrounds and how we grew up. But a lot of the lessons have been the
That's right.
same.
That's
A
right.
lot of
We did it.
lessons have
We
been the
did it.
same. And with
Right.
that, what I like to do is, I like to speak from that
Uh-huh.
experience. I've shared it with my children, with friends, family.
Yeah.
They've
Right.
shared theirs with
Hmm.
me. A lot of times, we're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
remember when we were like teenagers and we did this and we
Right.
thought we all knew that, and then we really learned our
Yeah.
lesson
And
because
then
we
when you
got our,
and look at it, then
yeah,
when you get old, you find out that you don't know anything until you get older. And guess what? You still leave this earth and you still don't know.
yes.
Okay. You're still learning. So it doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter how old you
We're
are. You're
always
still
learning.
going to always be learning.
We're
Okay. You're still
always
going to
going
be
to be
learning.
learning every day.
Correct.
As long as we're above ground, we will be learning. Hmm.
Right. All right. So, folks, our next pro is self acceptance. Now, I don't know about for Heather, but for me, um, it wasn't really about me self accepting myself. I think that people had a hard time accepting me. I have come to the conclusion that this is me. There's something called the serenity prayer. If you're not really familiar with it, please go online and go into Google and look up the serenity prayer. And it talks about the things that you can change and the things that you can't. And for me, there's so many things that I have made adjustments with, but there are certain things that are me, that are a part of me, that are just me. Heather, what do you feel? How do you feel about it for yourself?
Well, when we're talking about, accepting ourselves as we are, the
Hmm.
people that we are, the person that we've become,
Right.
um, with that, it, it does, I mean, okay, pro wise, I
Hmm.
mean, I know in my life,
Uh-huh.
the people that come into my life have to do a lot with whether they stay or they go. It has to do
Right.
with me and the self-acceptance I have for myself. The
Right.
boundaries that I have set for myself as I gotten older,
Right.
set boundaries more,
Right.
where, there's different limitations on different people that I have. And that has to do a lot with accepting the way that I am, who I am, and it's okay to be the way that I am. That
Right.
not
And the
everybody's,
pathways, the paths that we're going. Because
yes,
sometimes what happens is you might not
yes,
be going into the same path. And sometimes things
mhm,
change. And that's
yes,
okay. There's nothing
yes.
wrong with that.
No,
Doesn't
not
mean
at
that you
all.
don't love them, you don't like them. It's just
No.
that sometimes we evolve and we change
Yes,
and we grow. And that's okay.
exactly.
It's really
Exactly.
okay. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
now let's talk about strong relationships. Heather, talk
Mhm.
about us, girl, real quickly. Talk about
Well, strong relationships. Hey, you know what? I've met a great friend in you, but
us.
you know
Where's she
what?
at? Where's
Yes,
she at?
she's
Where's
right
she at?
there, right in
Oh,
front of
okay.
me,
Oh,
right there,
oh,
right
it's
there,
me. Okay.
right there. But you know, with that, uh, it's a test of time with relationships,
Right.
like I've had many of friends, My social circle, I've always kept on the
Very
smaller end.
small,
I'm
very
very
small, which
sociable.
is very smart. It's very
Yes,
smart to do. You don't
yes,
need a lot of people in
no,
order for you to have a community, right, Heather?
exactly. And the thing is, I'm not saying like, look, I'm a social person around everywhere
Right,
with
right,
family, friends, outside, at the market,
right,
at work and all that.
right,
But when I talk more intimate relationships, closer friendships,
right.
I do keep a tighter circle of friends because I feel like I trust them, and I feel
Right.
like I can be myself and I can put myself out there with them,
That's right. That's
on
right.
a deeper level, on a deeper
Right.
level.
Right. And can I tell you something? One of the reasons why I'm loving our relationship, and a lot of people don't know, because I want to put it out there for them, the
Hmm.
people who don't know. Just for
Hmm.
you guys who don't know, a lot of people think that me and Heather just met, and we did not.
Hmm.
Me and Heather have known each other for a little while, but what has happened is our relationship has cultivated, and I think that
Hmm.
it's wonderful. Um, there's people that I do still spend time with, and there's people that I don't. It's not even
Hmm.
personal. I just think that what
Hmm.
happens is over time you grow, you find
Yes.
different interests, and also too for me, I feel like there's been so many situations where I've gotten a situation where I felt like someone was my friend, and they weren't. Um, and
Yes, my
I
friend.
don't
I've
want to
been
go through
there.
that anymore. I
Yes.
just now want people who are going to be genuine. Even
Yes.
with this podcast, Heather, we've talked about it. Your
Yes.
real friends are going to support you,
Right.
right? And then
Yes.
there's going to be others. And that to me is important because I feel like I support all my friends. Heather, you support your friends, right? You even support me with this,
Of course. Of course.
right?
Yes, that's what we're here. That's what we do. As
That's
women,
what friends
friends.
are
That's right.
for. You know
That's
how to
right.
get that out of this. Don't
I
sing. Don't
know.
sing.
I
All right.
know.
Okay. All right.
I know.
So
And Tara, I'm just gonna slip this in here. I'm gonna live forever.
you girl, I'm gonna learn how to fly. Fly. Okay, look at stop. Because
Yes.
people don't know we didn't have too much alcohol before this. So we're gonna
Yes.
stop. Okay, let's get to the cons.
Yes.
Let's get to the cons. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Health challenges. Heather, what are your health challenges? Tell us about your health
Yeah.
challenges.
I got
Look at how that looks.
got
Tell us about
I've
your
got
health
some
challenges.
health. I've got health challenges, but you
I
know
got
what?
I got the frozen shoulder, girl. What you got?
Girl, well, I have fibromyalgia. I've
You
got a frozen shoulder. I'm
right,
recovering from my
right,
lymph node
right.
biopsy.
Right?
Back
Somebody told me that
pain.
these were fake, girl. Look at it. Somebody told me
Oh,
these were fake,
oh
girl.
no, those look real, baby. They
I
look
don't
real
know. Somebody
fine.
told me they were fake, girl. Somebody told me they was fake, girl. So,
Oh,
but
you're
I
like,
understand the health challenges. We've both had them. We've both talked
yes,
about our frozen shoulder. We've both talked about our aches and pains. And listen, I
yes,
know we look good, but trust me, it be
yeah,
hard for us to get out the bed, honey. It be hard. But we slip a little Ben Gay on there.
yeah, a little bit.
A little Ben Gay. And it
Yes,
works. It makes us work
yes.
that.
Ben comes to bed, and my
Okay.
husband don't mind.
Ooh, I ain't listen. I'm not gonna say anything about her and Ben in the bed. So we're gonna move. We're gonna move on because I want to talk about her and Ben in the bed. Okay.
Okay.
So Heather, let's talk about
Mhm.
social isolation. Now, me
Yes,
and you, we don't really experience this as much,
right.
but I know that we've seen people that have gone through this. It's not our situation yet, but we know that it does happen. It will happen.
Yes.
Um, but once again, if you keep a tight knit circle,
Yes.
you'll
Mhm.
have those friends. But I'm going to tell you what happened with my mom. When my mom,
Yes.
for her to have cancer, and then people told her, the doctors told her she was going to pass away, and then she outlived all her friends.
Wow.
And then she got sad, and she didn't want to live because all her friends had died.
Yeah,
Okay,
that is sad. Yeah.
so I understand how that works. So now listen, we're going to switch gears. We're going to go to
Yes.
financial concerns. Heather, let's talk about financial concerns. Let's talk about retirement. Let's talk about it.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes. We well, the smartest thing you can do is invest in yourself and your retirement. If and
Right.
even and you need to start early, as early as possible.
Mm-hmm.
As early as you get your first job,
Mm-hmm.
you need to start doing it.
Yes. And if they match you, please match them. It's the best thing in the world. Me and Heather both work at jobs where they
Mhm.
match us. So please take advantage of it,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
Please take
And
advantage of the matching.
think
Okay.
about that future, because you know what? Now we look forward and we're like, wow, I'm already, 60 plus, and I can't believe I'm already here. And you know what? Time flies, and
That's
and
right.
guess what? It flies faster the older you get. I don't know about you,
That's
Tara,
right.
but that's how I feel. That's how I
That's
feel right now.
right.
So you gotta
So please,
you
you
gotta
guys,
take
if
care of
if your job matches, please make sure you match them. It's very, very important.
that.
Okay. So now let's talk about the movie me and Heather saw.
Yeah.
The
Mm-hmm.
movie that me and Heather saw was Back into Action. Let's find you a
Mhm.
wonderful picture.
Yes.
Oh,
There you go.
folks, this is Back into Action. This is a Netflix movie. It is an hour and 52 minutes, and it is
Mhm.
an action comedy. Now, let me put up in the banner the description.
Mhm.
15 years after vanishing from the CIA to start a family, elite spies Matt and Emily jump back into the world of espionage when their cover is blown. Now, folks, before me and Heather really get started on talking about this, let's talk about these main characters, okay? Main characters are Jamie Foxx, he is Matt, he's the father, and he is the husband of Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz is Emily, she's the wife of Jamie Foxx. Then you have Ryland Jackson. He is Leo. He is the son of both of them. And then you also have Roberts, sorry about that, McKenna. And her name is Alice. And
Mhm.
then you have the incomparable Glenn Close. Okay, listen,
Mhm.
there ain't no way we're going to talk about this movie without Glenn Close.
Yeah.
So now, Heather,
Yes.
before we get started, let's set it up for him. Now, you guys, I'm gonna set up the beginning. The beginning is where Jamie Foxx and his wife they decide to stop being spies because she tells him while they're still being spies that she's pregnant. And that's what
Mhm.
kicks it off for
Yes.
them to decide that they're going to leave the business and become full-time parents. And what happens is they get brought back into this again. Okay, the movie is very cute. Okay, it's cute to see the couples and the families together. And I am going to tell you, I was very happy to see Jamie Foxx because he did have a health scare. He did have a brain bleed where
Mhm.
he ended up having a stroke. And
Yeah.
he's back, and I mean, he's back in full force. So,
Mhm.
Heather, give us a little snippet. Which part of the movie did you like the best?
Well, I will say, I just want to just touch on this that there was a lot of fighting action and explosion.
Girl!
A lot. A lot. So I definitely think this is a movie like for families and tweens.
Right?
It's very action packed.
But it
Yes,
was good for families. It was a
yes.
good, right? It was a good family
It
movie
was
for him,
nice
right?
because I didn't hear any cursing or anything.
That's right.
Yeah, it
You
was like
sure didn't.
there was but there was all explosions and there was a lot of
Yes,
because
there
they're
was a lot
spies
of
and they're
fighting.
fighting the
But
bad
guess
guys.
what? In between them fighting, they respected them kids in between
Yes,
whooping people's butt.
exactly,
It
exactly,
was
exactly.
wonderful. It was
So
wonderful.
so my favorite part was the part where Glenn Close appears in the movie. I didn't know that she was going to pop up in this
Girl,
movie.
right.
So that was right where she pops up and she's an ex spy and she starts doing her thing.
Mm,
I was like really impressed. Some
right.
good acting. I loved seeing her there. And then I guess I liked where because her and then Cameron, is
That estranged
mother and daughter.
relationship.
They had not had a relationship. They
Right. It was
you know they
very estranged.
very estranged.
Hmm.
So them coming together and building on that because they were brought into this whole scenario. And then the daughter of Cameron ends up getting closer to her mom. And then I
Right.
just love the whole thing at the end where they all come together and start, loving on each other and making
Right.
time for each other and being in each
Right.
other's lives. So I thought that was
Right.
a really a positive thing because it
Okay.
sounds funny I'm telling you this, but there was action, fighting, and explosions, and then you've got this nice little touchy feely moments at towards the
Yeah.
end.
But it was really,
So
I thought it was really, really good. Now I'm going to tell you, I think that my favorite part of the movie is when the kids, I felt like the kids always knew something was up with them, but
Yeah.
they didn't know for sure. And then once they found out that their parents were badasses,
Yeah.
that's where it was like,
Yeah.
whoa. They were like, look at my parents. They
Right.
are dope. They are like
Yes.
cool. So
Yes.
I thought that that part was really, really great. I
Yeah.
love the movie. It wasn't long, but it was cute. It
Yes.
held your attention. And guess
Hmm.
what? There wasn't any cursing if you want to have your kids watch it. And it
Right.
really was a wonderful movie.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I agree. It was good.
Okay. So,
Yes.
folks, listen. We appreciate you guys joining us. Thank
We
you for
do.
being here with us, with my
Mhm.
lovely friend Heather, okay, and me, myself, Miss Feather Girl. Once again, please like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate you guys coming on the ride with us. Thank you very much. And listen, we will see you guys again, okay? Thank you
Yes.
so much and
Thank you.
peace.
Great.